Is it somebody right on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Like time through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Yes, this is Hump Day, and I hope you had a fabulous day. I hope you had a wonderful last night, a good night's rest. Well, what we all been waiting for, we've been waiting and we waiting and we waiting. When Baby Crone, when we looked at the results from, who did we look at them from?
We looked at them from live.
Yeah, but from
it was by ABC News.
ABC News. And at the time we looked at it, it was 65,000 people looking at it with us.
Yes.
So I see that to me, that's a lot of people that's interested in a case.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just want to come and we want to talk about it a little bit. If we need to pull some cards, we will. But right now, we just want to talk about it. Baby Crone, so she's going to come on the camera, I hope, a little bit. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. She's just been lately thinking she's too good for the camera. I don't know what her thing is. But Baby Crone, let's talk about this just for a few minutes. We're not going to hold them up.
Yes.
You know, we've been following this case, and it just seemed like, for me, at this rate it's going, it just seemed like it's just going to be another case that's gone on and no resolve.
Yeah.
Although I did do a reading, and before all of this, the reading did say that the perpetrator, the person who did this, everything will be exposed. Let me rephrase that. Will be exposed.
Yes.
But under the circumstances, and we're looking at everything, I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do you have to say, Baby Crone?
Because now
could you peek in the camera? You look, she have her glasses, but that's okay. You pretty.
Guess I have on some lipstick. There we go. So yes, what I'm finding very interesting is there's just so much information and details coming out about the case, like the fact that the results, there are some body parts missing. Allegedly, it's
the throat.
Yep, the throat's missing. They also said there was bruising at the back of the head, right at the nape.
Sepitalis.
Mm-hmm. So there could be. Still, they can't rule out accidental drowning. The death is still unknown after this second autopsy, but the coroner definitely would like to see the throat once the first examiner is done.
Now, as a soul reader, we deal with matters of the soul. I really wish you could come in camera with me. Is there any way you could adjust yourself and make yourself come in a little bit more? Please, Baby Crone, please. But as she does that and figure that all out, I want to talk about some things surrounding the case. I don't really get all involved in the murder thing and stuff like that. Why? Because it makes me sad. And but since we do like a soul read, I want to just go in on a couple of things I've heard other people say. And I want to start, and I have a lot of issues. Clearly, there's foul play.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
No doubt about it. Either way, all the way from the fact that they didn't put all the stuff in the bag, whether it's legal, illegal, I don't know. Whether or not he got a trauma to the back of his head, whether they don't know whether his stomach was empty or full, all these things, I don't know because I don't have a mind for that. But what I do have a mind for is it's curious to me that he lived at his friend's house, like he stayed there a lot, and that his friend never met him after all these years. And the way that the mother and the father talk, they talk like they knew Nolan friends. I'm just being honest.
They did.
I'm kind of curious what's going on in their household. Nolan household that you don't know he's 18 for God's sake. You don't know his friends.
Mm-hmm.
That means they don't. And other people been saying, I heard someone says, and does this matter? Someone said that I don't want to help Nolan in any way. Paraphrasing, because he doesn't date black women. He doesn't deal with blacks like dating. So why would I support him and he doesn't deal with black? Is that a point?
Yeah,
should we consider that? Should we say, you know what? You don't, that reminds me of O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
You know, O.J. dealt with white women. Mm-hmm. But then when they get in trouble or trouble comes, they cry to the black family for rescue. Mm-hmm. Is that wrong? I really don't know, because someone put that thought in my mind. And so I don't know. So I'm putting it in yours. You tell me what you think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because at the end of the day, but I can say this.
Okay.
I don't care who you date. You could date white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Russian, German, Islam, whatever make you happy and you're living in peace and you're not hurting anybody else. But don't be a place where you don't want to date your own. Like, you can marry who you want, but date all. Mm-hmm. Do it make sense? Yeah. Don't be, inclusive?
No, be inclusive.
Be inclusive. Include everyone. And that way, when you choose, no one can accuse you of, oh, you only dated white people. You only dated black people. I date who I feel. That's how love should be. Yes. It should be universal. That's why I struggle. Because for me, how else can I be? Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
You know, I've had people say to me, I don't date light-skinned girls. So, but what I'm saying is, you should date whoever. You shouldn't be just stuck on, I don't date my own. Because to me, you're broken. And how did they raise you? And where does that mindset come from?
For real.
I have raised baby Crone. You have be inclusive. Mm-hmm. You will not. I did not raise her where you have all white friends. That was not going to fly with me. Never going to fly. You just going to have all gay friends. Hell no. Have all. Mm-hmm. No, you're just not going to just date white men. I mean, well, young boys. No. If you can't date black and you can't date other, don't bring them home to me. And baby Crone, am I lying?
No, not lying at all.
So when you do find love, it's not based on race. Mm-hmm. You really know you should be able to marry who you want. But when I hear, and I don't know if it's true, but when I hear Nolan only dated white girls, and it's okay with his mother and father, who's a black man.
Most definitely.
It just makes me troubled. And it also makes me wonder, how does it that he have friends and you don't know about it, but yet you come on the screen like, I know them. That just seemed hypocrisy to me. And I'm saying it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying it.
And like telling the truth.
Like I'm saying, you can, when it come down to a blunt to the forehead, allegedly, you could see that's foul play. But I am saying there's something going on in that young man's life that they're not saying. And the way that they talked about his brothers, I really thought that they were little brothers. He had tall, they were big.
They definitely.
I want to know what was going on in that household.
Yeah.
You know, you crying, you say, hey, look, I'm just saying, that's where I am. Look at the story. When the other guy, I forgot his name, interviewed the white guy. Said, we've been friends. So you mean to tell me these are your best friends for 8th grade, elementary, whatever, and you never met? What? I'm done.
Especially elementary. You definitely had to meet your parents.
I'm done. You don't went to little parties to get what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I'm telling you, there is something to that story about his home life. About his home life. And like he said, Nolan used to always come at our house. So that means he was eating dinner, hanging out.
Yeah,
You ain't never go to my, and that was okay with mama and papa. See, something going on in that house. Now, and I raised girls. And I know I would be way more suspicious if I had a son. Something don't fly. So with all that being said, are people right when they says, I don't know if we should go all the way out for someone that at the end of the day, he would never date you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he would never, ever date you. You know, he wouldn't date me, but he certainly wouldn't date you. I feel a funny way about that, if that is true.
Yeah.
But do you not support anyway because an injustice was done?
Yep.
I don't know. That's an ethical question.
It is an ethical question.
Tell me what you think, because I don't know. But as far as everything else, I hope they find who did what.
Yes, please.
But the card says it will unveil itself. They offered $100,000. God knows if I could go into trance, I could grant. I need that $100,000. I need it, and I can do some wonders with that $100,000. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a cat and mouse thing.
It is.
It just seems like we're getting a runaround. And it feels like this is going to be one of them cases. Remember, the card says opposite of me, but I'm saying how I feel and how the cards feel could be different, because when I'm reading cards, I'm just reading what they say, but this is my feeling. I feel as though it's going to be like these other cases that happen in other countries.
Yes,
it's like going to an island, and that island, that even though it's in Mississippi, what's the name of that island? Horns Island, double horns. They said many deaths happened. So it's like in going to Horns Island, it's like going to another country. They said it's nothing there.
And it's federally owned.
Right. And why would you leave and say, hey, I don't want my phone, I don't want what it's closed, I don't know. And you're going to be stuck without. And if that's true, then you mean to tell me you have no regards to call your mom when you and your mom, you said, that are close, and I truly believe that he is close with his mother. Because it seemed like his mother does most of the talking.
That is true.
I mean, he could have a problem with his dad. There's some things going on in that family, I assure you.
I could definitely believe it, especially during the press conference, not trying to...
Yeah, because usually the woman allowed the man to handle that when she's all broke down,
But yeah, the father had made some jokes that made me question how his relationship is with his son.
Because he even said something that when my son was in the game or whatever, I gave him all I had. I'm just saying, that's what we do. What you coming up with, baby?
I think his father said something along the lines that now that Nolan's gone, he no longer gets to fuss at Nolan or something like that. So
I'm just saying, it just seems, and like I said, I hope they find the person who's done this or the persons. I do believe that there is foul play involved. I do believe that. I do. But because they putting everything so out in the open,
yes,
and they got the parents talking a lot, my energy is starting to go.
For real. The parents
I'm like, wait a minute, something wrong with their home life. The more they talk.
Yep, the more you talk.
The more you're like, what? Who? When? Where? What? How? And that's how I'm starting to feel. There was trouble going on in that house. Everything I say is allegedly. I always have to do cards.
Yes, pull some cards, but definitely this recent press conference where they revealed the autopsy definitely had me side-eyeing the parents a little bit.
And why was that?
Oh, just wondering how close they were in their relationship, or like you said, if there was something wrong in their home life.
Why was it? Yeah. And not only that, they said his best friend, that guy, we sat down, and the best friend said, I never met his parents.
Never met his parents.
What?
Said
And
we met his dad in 8th grade, though. That was
briefly, one time. He said, but I've never been to his house. So that gives you pause about the phone. That gives you pause like something going on in that house. And it probably was with him and his daddy. Okay, everything I say is allegedly. I'm going to lay out 3 cards. And let me name out the father. Was there a home problem what led that young man to go out and seek another family? To seek a life where he's around white people because of his mother's being mixed?
I thought about that.
Let's talk about it. I mean, hey, before I go ahead, because it just seems like he had color identity.
Yep, like you say, Ebony and Ivory, they was up there.
And so it just seems like it could be, and if it's a racial thing, trust me, it's coming from their home. So here's the 3 cards. I see grief. I do see grief. I see someone that was very strong, dominating, my way or no way at all. But I see much regret with his father. My God,
I can do
much regret. Heart broke. But he was a stern man, a firm, hard, tough. My way or no way. Were they military?
Let me see.
And this is the mother. I'm going to reshuffle for the mother and let me just take out a couple
because I definitely understand because I was picking up that duality too. Like you said, the way his father spoke about Nolan, like their relationship wasn't perfect.
Oh, see, okay.
Also at the same time, I could just tell by the sadness in his face. I was like, he's truly feeling something.
Okay. What you got it?
What did you want me to look up?
I wanted to know where his father in the military. Now, when I get to the mother seems like she's the strong one. The father is very strong and stoic, yes. But the mother seems strong but timid, like very strong, like she done taken a lot of psychological blows, like she done been through some things, like she done, life for her and that marriage haven't been no crystal stairs, like she has had problems, and yet she still stand guard, yet she's still strong, yet she still is the speaker, yet she's still not king though, because that's a 9. He still rule. She gets to speak, she gets to do all that, but he seemed like he dominates that household, even here, and it seems like she know her place, but she can't be quiet. And also it shows me too that she's a lovable, emotional, and could be a little, as I was saying, so the mother seems like she's been through something, that it has not been easy, that she's been through something in her marriage. And it seems like, when I see this page of cups, very emotional, but a little, what is the word I want to use? In denial, maybe?
Ooh.
A little denial?
Okay.
Did they have trouble in their marriage? I see the ace, and the only thing that I can get out of it was a lot of friction. A lot of movement, a lot of going, a lot of growing, a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of movement, a lot of maybe not being home, working, where maybe the kids were, I don't want to say neglected, but maybe I just feel like it was just a lot of movement. And I think the mother may feel, according to this, the way it's coming to me, the mother may feel like She could have been like too lenient, or maybe she allowed things to go too far, or she could have stepped in some kind of way. I don't know, where she was a little bit more, the word I'm looking for is passive.
Ah, okay. I like that.
A little bit more, even though she's aggressive in a way, but she's sweet. And I could see now, what's his name? Nolan was very close. He had a relationship with his mother and his father. But when I look at this Three of Pentacles, they had great plans for him. And when I look at this Pentacles, it just seemed darkness, like it was darkness in their relationship.
Okay.
And I think it had to deal with his mother.
Yes, I want to know if you could just pull a card if this all has to stem from his athletic career.
What do you think?
Well, the Two of Pentacles symbolizes a waver, an up and down, hardships and downships, hardships and good ships.
So it could have been moments that he had great expectations for his son. And maybe he was a hard pusher or something. But maybe it did waver like that. Maybe he did. But the final outcome, will they find their son perpetrator?
Okay.
Right now, the cards are saying it's still blind. It's still blind. It's still closed. We have to look at it in another week or so. But right now, it's like it's blind. It's like it's going to be a minute, and it just seemed like it's blind. How would you describe it?
Definitely blind. I can see that. And maybe whoever's working behind the scenes, if they can, because I always like to see the Eight of Pentacles as a way, if you could change your perspective, maybe you can see something differently. So I feel as though, because this case definitely seems biased, if somebody behind the scenes can make it a little less biased. Yes. Then I feel like maybe we could start seeing some leadway. But for the meantime, it still seems to be, like you said, a tight lid on it. So.
A tight lid. And I'm not blaming Nolan family for anything. Be clear. I'm just saying the more they talk and the more they say keep Nolan name in your mouth, the more they say Nolan. Yep. Well, I want to know who Nolan is.
That is true.
So now I'm starting to find things out about Nolan. And what I'm finding out about Nolan, that, he was not the perfect kid. He probably was a good kid, but he wasn't the perfect kid. And that's what they're trying to make him out to be.
Yeah.
You're not perfect to me if you don't date your own. You're racist with your own people, if there's such a thing. True. If you have a home life and you don't even bring anybody home to meet your parents, what that say about you?
Exactly.
That leads me to, he's 18 years old. To me, he's a young man. Like, he's still not a baby, but he's a big boy to me. That's what I would call a big boy. He haven't hit 21 yet.
No.
He a teenager. He a big boy. He a young man. So he's still a baby. A baby. So what? But a baby that can make decisions. A baby that can terrorize a home. A baby that can say, your family can say, get out. I mean, he's that kind of baby. I mean, he had keys. I don't know their standard of living, but that says a lot, because obviously they not rich like that if they need help. I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming from what I know. But from what I know, I think that there was some things going on in that house.
Yeah.
And for whatever it was, Nolan didn't like being there. And no matter how much they make it out to be, Nolan this, Nolan that, Nolan. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, consider what we're saying and think about it. And whatever you have to say, we just do another spin on it, because whatever is, right?
Yes.
And you already know that. But I'm just trying to bring a spiritual aspect to, why the father isn't more in the background and why the mother is doing most of the speaking and obviously, the mother did say, this is just coming to my memory before we leave the clock out. the mother did say that Nolan fixed them dinner or something that day.
Oh,
As if that was so sweet, like a gesture that he did that. Maybe he was reaching out. I don't know. But what a way to go, Nolan.
yep, that's true.
And that's her memory. That's her last memory of her son.
This
And with
was a
that
good
being
one.
said, go ahead. You have anything to say, baby?
Oh, I was just saying, at least it was a good memory.
It was a good memory, as if he said, I love you, mama.
Yeah.
Not even knowing, just spiritually. You know, they say, 30 days before you're going to die.
Yeah.
You may not know it, but your subconscious has already been programmed in your DNA.
True.
You know the day, the time, the reasons, and the why. You just don't remember it. And here is a prime example. The last time he seen his mother,
Yep.
allegedly, from what I understand, if that way you can clock that for me, is that he cooked dinner for her or breakfast or whatever he did. And that was the last, if that's not spiritual, and that's something she'll never forget. Or the father, or maybe but the father is in total grief. The mother too, but the mother is in fight mode. She's in the mode where I have to be strong now. Daddy ain't strong like me. And daddy could, some men, when they get angry, when they get very upset, they become very angry. And so maybe it is best that she takes over.
Yep, definitely. He did cook them a salmon dinner, a baked salmon dinner.
Before he left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I rest my case. What a way to go, Nolan. And that's something that when he said his goodbyes, 30 days before death, we know. I also heard too, before I clock out on this, I don't know how true this is. They say a person, when a person is going to die because their toes curl back.
I have heard that rumor.
So we're going to leave it off for the morbid, but we're going to go and we're going to say, well, we hope you enjoyed our spin. Tell us what you think. Everything we say is allegedly. We would like to hear what you think. And this is what we had to say about Nolan Wells.
Yes.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, peace to you, be safe, and take care.
Yes.
Sunflowers.